Okay, so we're here again with field trip number 5 on these bees, and yesterday I was here and I found that this hive was wanting to swarm, and I added the other box to it and lifted up some brood into the top box. So I'm just going to see if they're making any queen cells, and if they are, I'm just going to break them all down. Wilma's a little bit more protected now than what she was yesterday. She's got an old bee suit on, but her hands aren't protected. So I'm still using plenty of smoke here. So there's a few things I forgot to mention yesterday, but I just can't think of what they were. I think at time on that second last one we did, where we robbed the honey. Oh, that's what I meant to mention. When you remove the queen excluder, always check to make sure the queen isn't sitting on the weight trying to get through. Because I have found the queen on the bottom side of the queen excluder trying to get through, so always check for that. Now in this box, when I lifted the 4 frames of brood up, I put in 1 frame of foundation and 3 empty frames that were fully drawn. So I'm just going to have a look. When I looked yesterday, I noticed that the frame of foundation hadn't been touched, and that is a bit of a sign that they still want to swarm. So I'm noticing now, I think they've started to build on it, which is a bit more promising. I've noticed when they decide they're going to swarm and you put frames of foundation in there, they don't really want to touch it. They're saving all their energy for their new location. So I'll just make sure the queen isn't on there. So when I do that, sometimes I'll put 4 frames of foundation in there. What I'll do is I'll stagger them. So you got brood, foundation, brood, foundation, brood. So you do it like that. You never want to put all your foundation together unless you've got it on one side or the other. Otherwise they can segregate, and then they start building queen cells on one side because they think that there's no queen there. I'm just going to, okay, there's a couple of queen cells here.
Is that just since yesterday?
I didn't look at this one yesterday. So actually I don't think there's any eggs in those. I'll pull it down anyway. So I'll just see if I can see the queen on there. This one, see, there's a lot of pollen coming in. You can see all that pollen. So that's because of all this rain we've had, and the trees are producing heaps of pollen, which is good if you want to build up the bees' population, but not good if you want to stop them from swarming. So that one's got no queen. Check this one. Oh yeah. Well, this is the one that was empty 2 days ago, and it's just about full of honey. Oh, there she is. There's the queen there. So we saw her yesterday, but it was a bit of a blurred image.
Oh, there she is.
Can you get a good? I'll just sort of just keep it next to near the knife, and I'll stop it from going too far. Get a good shot of that. There she is. So, beautiful. So this is quite heavy now. It was empty 2 days ago.
2 days ago it was empty.
Yeah. Hang on, let's have a look. They lay just looking they left a sort of a pattern there, but there's no eggs in there. There's no eggs, no queen cells on that one. So, there's a nice sealed brood pattern there.
Beautiful,
see that nice sealed brood pattern?
Beautiful.
Yeah. Oh, that's even better. Look at that. That is beautiful. Any beekeeper looking at that will say, oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. So, no queen cells there. If the time runs out, it runs out. You just won't get to say goodbye, that's all. So, we're checking this one. This is one that didn't have any foundation. It was just an empty frame. I use a lot of empty frames. Just because you're using Langstroth hives doesn't mean you've got to use foundation. No, there's queen cells there, but there's no eggs. So I think they've lost the urge to swarm, which is good. Yeah, that's good. Oh, hang on, there's another one here. Just checking. Oh, you're right. Oh, that's good. Just put him there. So you can see by using 9 frames in the 10 frame box, they're a lot easier to pull out, a lot easier to get the first one out. This is one of the empty frames I put in the other day. It's got a nice queen cell there. Okay, might have been an egg there, I'm not sure. There's another queen cell here. No egg there. This is the sort of thing you can only do while you've got good eyesight. Once your eyesight goes on you, well, that's it. Yeah, this is another one that was a foundationless frame.
Oh, look at those bees hanging on to each other.
Yeah, they're trying to make wax. So, another thing I wanted to mention, if I've got time, our 10 minutes might have run out by now. So there's queen cells there, but there's no eggs. So, with the frames, I use all wax foundation. I know there's a lot of people using plastic foundation now, but if the bees want to give themselves a bit more ventilation, if you've got wax foundation, they can make a hole to suit themselves. If they've got plastic, well, they can't make that hole to give themselves more ventilation. So it's a very important part of the hive for the bees to be able to ventilate the hive. The most important, particularly in the hot weather. Anyway, our time might be running out on this one, so I'll say goodbye just in case it hasn't run out, and we'll catch you later. Bye.